Okay, our next accessory product is going to be a shoe design. And I thought Nike shoes are great. Nike shoes have a very interesting history, which again, they've got some detail, but basically the designer, Bill Bowerman, a track coach, was trying to get more traction for his players, for his track team. And so he was noticing a waffle iron has all these textures. So he did a lot of experimenting with types of rubber to basically formed them using the basics of his wife's waffle iron. And so in their history case at Nike, they've got the old waffle iron. This is actually a sort of a newer version. They found the old one locked up in a shed someplace. But yeah, so that waffle design, and this goes back to 1968, started his footwear business. Again, it was a track coach looking for an advantage for his track team, thought the traction on a waffle iron was something pretty amazing, and they built this really rough shoe, early shoe. Obviously, history takes off. They were very successful, have been successful in the sports, obviously apparel business. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with a shoe design and just show you how you kind of break these up. They're very interesting proportionally. In that, here, in fact, let's do this. So with a shoe design, what we'll do on a piece of paper, okay, we'll just simply break the piece of paper in half this way. Okay, we'll put a shoe up here and we'll put a shoe here. Be a shoe on top, shoe on the bottom. We're going to do a women's shoe and then a men's shoe down here, okay? So on the top part, okay, up here, we're going to be doing the women's shoe. And like I said, so if you look at the shoe, like anything else when you design something, break it up in proportion, break it up into blocks, circles, squares. So you'll notice that the opening of the shoe, where the foot comes in, there's a foot in here someplace, would have been, is about a third of the overall distance of the shoe. See that? Just like we did circles and we did people, shoe has the same kind of thing. So you've got the opening for the shoe, obviously, and that's about 1, 2, 3 spaces, okay? The other thing that's interesting, if you look at as a box, it's just this nice triangle shape. Okay, so you have this triangle, 3 equal areas to a shoe design. And if you break it in half, so if you put these little squares in here, so we can just reproduce that. So if I go through my drawing, my sketchbook, I'm going to start off with, okay, this rectangle kind of shape. Okay. Let's see, just get it in the picture. Okay, I think that's got the whole picture in there. Okay, here's our rectangle. We've got 3 lines like this, right? So we got the rectangle, 3 equal lines, and a center line. So we basically have 6 boxes, okay? Now, if you look at this shape, back here in this box, that's where the foot goes. So this is the opening. We could then run this down that's almost half this distance here. See that? So we can run this up to here. Right? So there's our opening for the shoe. Got the sports high back here. This is about center here. And we got the bottom of the shoe like this. So that's our basic shoe design within the parameters of the box, okay? Then we start doing detail work. Here's the sole of the shoe here. Come back here. Got a little bit of a form here, a little bit of a sort of an area. It probably goes in. And usually running shoes have this kick out the back. And we might even put a couple little details here at the bottom. Okay. There's our sole. There's the body of the shoe up here. Let's see, up here we've got the thread, the threads, the laces. Makes it a little taller through here. You got this line here. Okay, let's go to the top. You got this part that wraps around like this, goes to the back. Again, here's a sew pattern. Again, it's a shoe, but it actually is a piece of garment. So it does have stitches through here. Okay, so here's our, and we'll even maybe put that little bit of that thread, that sew pattern in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes here on the side. Okay. And we can put in here put our laces in. And there's one that crosses over in the back on the other side. So here's our laces. Here's our basic structural area that keeps the laces, obviously, from breaking through the material. Okay. Got to have the Nike swoosh on here. Again, product placement, brand recognition. It's a Nike, it's a Gucci. Gotta have a place for the logo. And this comes back like this. Got the tongue of the shoe comes out in here. Just kind of accelerates over the top. There, so there's our basic, our shoe. The pattern, now usually in doing sketches, you don't do a lot of pattern work because obviously it's got a lot of detail to it. You might do this at the next level of doing an Illustrator or some other Photoshop, but just because we enjoy some idea of a pattern, let's go ahead and see if we can just slightly put in some hash marks to show that we are thinking about a pattern to go in this location. There we go. And then usually there's a little bit of some contour, and we might put a little bit of some contour in the front as it wraps around this way. I say this part, dives in a little bit. Maybe we'll get that a little bit of a, so it dives in. We'll get that little bit of a shadow. Here it comes out this way. That's the side view. Good, there we go. Yeah, so that's our woman's. It's a lightweight shoe. These are actually, I've got a pair of these that are very similar to this material, very lightweight. But if you look at shoes, again, going back to the premise of how to create the shoe, you've got the box, the rectangle here, cut it in half. You've got these 1, 2, 3 areas. And so if we keep that as part of how we do shoes and specifically sneakers, then if we do a 3/4 view like the next assignment, it should go pretty well. Okay, so let's see if we can do some side views.